What is up, YouTube? It's Dear coming to you with another video, and I got these glasses. I found them. I wanted to like try them on, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to do the video with them on or with them off. So I'm gonna be taking them on and off throughout the video. So just bear with me. But today's title of the video is "Who is the real Jesus and who's the morning star?" So it's gonna be kind of interesting because everybody knew like the morning star is like bad. That's what we've been taught. So I'm gonna go into details. So it's gonna be an exciting topic. So y'all stay tuned. So we have who is the real Jesus? Who is the morning star? So in John 8:58, we have Jesus answered them, "I solemnly declare it, before Abraham came to be, I am. I am was the name God gave himself when he first communicated with Moses." Exodus 3 and 14, God replied, "I am who am." Then he added, "This is what you should tell the Israelites. I am sent me to you." So if Jesus said he is God and the Bible refers him to the morning star, aren't stars in the sky right? In order for a star to get to earth, it has to descend. Jesus descended from heaven. See, the power of words, fell and descend. So the morning star fell from heaven while Jesus descended from heaven. The morning star said or thought he was better than God, which caused him to fall. This is a part of his ego. But who in the Bible is he talking about, or are they talking about right here? So the white man thought he was better than the blacks. You know how they said the devil will have rule over earth until Jesus come back? Well, who has been in control and been treating us like slaves since who knows when? So, and they control everything. But his time has come to an end, and it's time for God to rebuild his true kingdom, where the real children of God can have their time. And it's time we restore our true connection with God and restore peace and harmony between ourselves and with nature, Mother Earth. We get our true connection from nature because everything is connected through the environment, because it holds a piece of vital life force, which is why the next topic is so important. I will discuss that later. But why do you think the police use a star as a badge? Because they hold the same authority. They want the same authority that Jesus had, because Jesus is also, or in the Bible, Jesus is also known as the morning star. So they say things in the Bible. So the Old Testament can say things, and then in the New Testament, it'll say a different thing. It'll go against the Old Testament. Or it can be vice versa. The Old Testament will say one thing, and then the New Testament will say another thing. So it's just like, which side are they going to be? Like, what do they really want to say in the Bible? Are they going to choose one story and stick with it, or no? Okay. The Bible was created so it can create a slave-like mindset, where God was put in place for them to obey masters in hope of a better afterlife, like how the Egyptians believed they'll be rich in the afterlife if they worked and built. And they had the slave believed once they die, they'll be free if they follow their rules and be a good slaves with no mistakes. Mistakes mean sins. In order to install sin, whenever a slave would make a mistake or get in trouble, they would call it sin and say it was punishment from God. They beat the idea of sin into our ancestors. We always knew how to read and write. Did you know the house slave had nothing to do with color? They also had dark skinned house slaves as well. Slaves, the house slaves are the ones that could read and write and handle business. Just like, they have House of Representatives, so house slaves. So think about that. I say this because most whites didn't know how to read or couldn't read at the time. That's why they added pictures to the newspaper advertisement, so it could help them see like how many slaves that they had for sale, or just the pictures helped them be able to tell what was going on more, because most whites couldn't read. Did y'all know the Black Panthers were the ones who created elementary schools and were the first ones to give out free lunches, the free lunch program? The government did create that. So the white people saw how well elementary schools working out for colored people, so they decided to create public elementary school for white folks, but then separated for us. So, and then they took the free lunch program. We curated that and said that, but they don't really tell y'all all this information. as well. So a lot of people established and did a lot of things, but they don't put that on the news. They always trying to make it seem like we barbaric or we had to fight for our rights. The only thing we know about when first school started is like we had to fight to get in segregation, but we didn't know we were the first one who actually started the elementary school. So that's crazy. We had to fight for something we started. It don't make sense. Why are we always fighting for something that we deserve? So we were the ones walking around always reading and building, trying to explore and do new things. In Egypt, our main trade was knowledge. Like, if you wanted to pour, I'm not sure if y'all watch Billy Carson, but I love watching Billy Carson. He was talking about, like, if somebody wanted to pour back in Egypt, they had to come with books. Like, in order to come to Egypt, y'all had to come with some knowledge. Y'all not finna come to Egypt and not share knowledge. So our ancestors were big on learning, big on innovations and exploring and, cool stuff like that. So, yeah. In Egypt, our main trade was knowledge. Our ancestors' main focus was knowledge and nature. Our ancestors' main focus was knowledge and nature. And I hope y'all heard that. Because to be connected to nature is to be grounded and connected with everything. The knowledge is the key. Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is when a person acquires skill through experience or education. The theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. I feel like when a person is able to learn from their mistakes or just life is a great advantage, because even when something doesn't work out, you still learn 2 lessons at once. The first lesson is it's okay to mess up, and next time you know how to fix it and you know not to do that. And then the second lesson is the thing you wanted to be successful at. You learn how to do it, and now you can take that thing you learn how to do to help somebody else do the same thing. So, our ancestors had knowledge, or they knew how powerful they were. They knew they can achieve anything they wanted to because they knew they co-created with God. They worked in the same energy as God. That's why they pushed us not to read and write, because they wanted to strip us from the knowledge. They wanted to strip us from knowing who we were and what the things we achieved and what the things we have already achieved. So, and it's hard to pass down knowledge or pass something down when you took it away, took the original source. So, the knowledge, then once they took away our original books and our original knowledge, then they pushed the Bible on us. It's saying it's okay to be a slave. Just wait until you die, then you can reconnect with God. And the reason we fell for it is because deep down we remember our true connection with God. We longed to get back with God. We longed and we wanted to be back with God again, but we forgot how to do that. We forgot our true knowledge of how to connect with Him. We forgot our true purpose and who we really were, due to all the violence and nonsense that we went through with. So imagine how many people gave up just to be with God, or to think they'll find happiness, or to be at peace, not knowing when you pass, the same energy you're in goes with you. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So they tricked us into believing the opposite. Job 38:7. When the morning stars sung together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Morning stars. Why do you think they called them morning stars? Well, who woke up early in the morning before the sun rose to go to work? And who sang together to make the days go by faster or better while they worked? Slaves were the one who got up early in the morning to go work in the fields, and slaves always sung songs together because the power they believed behind the hymns, and it brought them joy. So, and it said the stars sung for joy. Well, if y'all told me that I would get a gold streets, a big mansion, and I'll have everything I want when I die, I'll be out there singing for joy too. I'll be out there singing on top of my lungs, because I'd rather be there than doing what I was doing. So of course they'll sing, of course they'll obey, because they're thinking they're going to get all this and all this and all that, not knowing that that was their birthright. They're supposed to be born into that. We're supposed to already have all these things. We're not supposed to be down here suffering and working, because we deserve to have a good life. We deserve to be happy because God created us to be happy. God created us to be. He didn't create us to suffer. So, yeah. Then we have 2 Peter 1:9. So we have the prophetic word made more sure, to which you do well to pay attention as to a lamp shining in a dark place, until the day dawns of the morning star arises in your heart. Also, okay, I said that because I wanted to bring this out. Also, stars shine their brightest early in the morning before the sun rises. And the sun is the morning star. So the morning star they're talking about is the sun. Okay. The sun is our true connection. Okay, I'm gonna go to this. John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. When you die, the first thing you do is enter the light, right? Where does the light come from? The sun. What supplies energy to us? Plants, and basically fuels life. The sun. Think about it. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. When the Egyptians drew the sun, they were showing the sun rays of how energy traveled. They knew the sun was vital in the life. They knew the sun had a vital life force. Let me just put it like that. I'm sorry. So, they believe the sun is the best owner of light to the totality of the cosmos. With his unblinking, all-seeing eye, he is the stern guardian of justice, with the almost universal connection with light, enlightenment, or illumination. The sun is a source of wisdom. Think about the Dark Ages, or the Dark Period. So from 300 to 700 AD, that's about 400 years, they started disconnecting from source and creating things to take us away from our true connection from God. That's why they call it the Dark Ages. And they just said that the sun was the source of wisdom. If you take away our wisdom, our knowledge, we forget who we are, we forget what we mean, we forget what we're here for. And if we forget what we're here for, we start doing things that are totally out of our nature, because we started picking up on things that aren't for us, aren't meant for us, but we start picking up on things that are meant to keep us from achieving great things. So that's why it's best for us to know who we are. That's why it's best for us to go out there and seek things for ourselves, to go out there and start reading books, because they don't put all this information on TV, on social media. They put stuff on TV that will keep you in a low mindset. They put stuff on social media that will keep you in a low mindset. They want to keep you in a place where they can keep you controlled. And the only way to keep you controlled is to keep you in a state of fear, is to keep you at a state of low mindset. Because if you don't know who you are, it's easy for somebody else to tell you who you are. So, okay, so for the people who believe in above or below, so what about this? So, think about this. When we are born, we come from a light, a ton of light and water. What if our spiritual way of entering this plane is through the sun and the sky? Above and below, because there's water below us and the ocean, and water that separates the heaven and the earth. Then the sun can be the portal, just like a woman is a portal as well. What if, like, the other side is connected to the sun, and when we leave this physical plane, we exit through the portal as well. We enter back through the light. So think about it. If the Egyptians were so big on the sun, right? They knew this, and they knew more information, more knowledge that we knew. They knew the physical, spiritual, emotional, different levels of way of living. And right now, the only way of living we basically focus on right now is the materialistic way. Material. So material-wise, it's like we're focused on money, or the way people see us, our social media and all that type of stuff. So that's like a materialistic version of life. But we have a spiritual version of life. We have a medical, physical version of life. We have the 3D version, 4D, like a multiverse. So think about that. So what if, like, the way to our multiverse, or the way to this universe, is through the sun, like a portal? And that's why the sun is so great, or so important to our life force, because without the sun, it won't be no. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm going to also put a video on my TikTok. I want to show y'all my haircut. Like, so cool. But yeah, I'm going to put my TikTok in so y'all can follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. And if y'all want to learn anything else, I'm open to it. If y'all want to share books, I'm open to it. I love learning. I love reading new things, and I also love helping people. So, to my people out there that's going through things, if y'all like to share what y'all going through, or if y'all need help, advice, or anything specific, I would love to talk about that as well. So I just want to get more involved, more engaged with you guys. I want to try to put more content out there, and I just want to be more consistent. So I know the more consistent I be, the more better I'll get making videos, consistently talking. Sometimes I get nervous reading because sometimes I have somebody here watching me when I make videos, or sometimes I just be nervous because I feel like I'm actually connecting with y'all, and I can feel y'all through the screen even though y'all not here. So I feel like people are watching me through even when y'all not here. So I just want to try to connect with y'all and build more with y'all, and so we can establish and make the world a better place together. Because if I can make the world a better place within myself, I know I can go try to help other people do it. Because once you find your peace within yourself, it's like, dog, I want other people to feel like this. I want other people to be happy. And especially a large group, a large community like the Black community, I feel like, and Mexican and Indian people, we need it the most. So I feel like we really need to come together and work together, and just, that's what's really in my heart. My thing in my heart right now is really just seeing everybody win and seeing everybody come together and heal. I'm tired of seeing everybody fight all these wars and everything. Everybody going, I mean, if I can make everybody happy and live out their dream and just do what they want to do in a positive way. So I just want everybody to try to get to that level. So this is only the beginning. I'm pretty sure over time y'all watch me grow. I'm still growing. I think I'm making progress and becoming my best self every day. So I'm just gonna keep on doing. I want to keep these videos as authentic as I can. So if I make mistakes, I want to try to leave it in the video. I want to make sure y'all know that you don't have to be perfect. Like, if you have speaking or something on your heart, you can go out there and speak. You don't have to be out there and sound like Albert Einstein or anything. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to chop up your words, because as long as people understand you, and as long as you're saying something that's on your heart, God's gonna make sure somebody understands you. So right now, I'm just facing my fears because I'm shy in reality. So I'm learning how to speak and face my fears. So yeah. So if I mess up, I'm just gonna mess up, and I'm gonna share my mistakes with the world. So if I share my mistakes with the world, maybe y'all can share y'all mistakes with the world and see if y'all can watch me get better with the world, y'all can get better with the world. So nobody's perfect, but everybody's perfect in their own way, if that makes sense. Thank y'all for watching. Glasses off, glasses on, off. And sometimes it's okay. You don't have to be serious all the time. You can have fun and laugh and joke too. So off on. But I really like my haircut, y'all. I think it looks good, but
elevate you, welcome you to Super Jupiter. I think it's time we take a trip to the